Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is K-Shine and thank you so much for clicking on my video today. Your girl is back with another freaking story time. Happy vlogmas, happy K-Shine in the winter time, y'all. We getting closer and closer to the end. Your girl is tired. Okay, I've been trying to wear a lot of little Christmas colors, reds, greens, and warm colors and stuff like that. So I hope you guys are loving it. We're about to hop into the video. Y'all already know. Based on the title, y'all already know what I'm about to talk about. So we're going to get into it. But you got to be following me on Instagram at KShawn with 3 E's first. If you're not, what are you doing? What are you doing? And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Like stop playing. Stop playing with me. What are you doing if you're not subscribed to my channel? And why you not subscribed to my channel? Do you not, like, what's the problem? Let a chick know. Stop watching me if you ain't going to subscribe to me, okay? So I'll just play. You can still watch me, but subscribe though, alright? But you know, that's what I'm saying. Just subscribe real quick. Anyways, y'all, without further ado, we're gonna hop right into this video. Let's go. Alright, y'all, so boom. Okay, let's get into it. Let me tell y'all, right? I forgot what I was about to talk about. Let me tell y'all how I walked out on this dude. Okay, listen, let me explain this to y'all, right? So it's very rarely that I go through my Instagram DMs and respond back to like boys that want to like take me out and stuff, because sometimes they don't know how to approach. Like if y'all, even now, if y'all hit me up in my DM and y'all just say, "What's up?" I'd be like, "Okay, what's up?" Some people come, they be like, "Hey," like I'm supposed to be like, "Hey back." Then what you doing? Nothing. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like if we don't know each other, you do have to have more of a starter. I know some people gonna be like, well, they said what's up, say something back, that way y'all can start a conversation. No, you kind of need to tell me what's up in the beginning. Like, if you first write me, like, let me know what's up, like, what you about to talk about. Don't just, hey, me, or what's up, hey, how are you, my name is such and such, I was wondering if blah blah blah, because I'm interested in blah blah. Let me know like a little bit, give me something to go off of. If you just say, hey, I just feel like you another dude that's trying to slide, like I don't really got time for that, right? So this one dude hits me up and he's like,
good morning, I just thought that you were really beautiful. If you don't mind, I would like to take you out on a date.
So I'm like, okay, let me go on his page. I go on his page. I see that a lot of his pictures are like kind of like professional, and he got like a lot of like pictures of him like in a suit and tie, like real dressed up. It ain't no dope boy stuff where it's just pictures of Patron and Hennessy bottles and weed. And it's none of those, okay? Because I'm tired of going through y'all page and that's all I see. It's bottles, weed, guns, all that extra stuff or this. Like, I'm tired of seeing all that in the dudes, okay? I'm too old to be with dudes that send the pictures like this with their guns. Like, I don't know. I'm over the little street boy type stuff. Like, I'm kind of over it. Like, I like a sophisticated street boy, if that makes sense. Like, you can have your little hood, because I feel like I still got my hood in me. But I'm not just walking around being like a little hood rat. Like, I'm just not. So, like, I still keep up with myself. Like, my pictures is cute. Like, you know what I mean, y'all? I hope, like, y'all get what I'm saying, right? But his pictures was just different from what I'm used to seeing. Like I said, he had a lot of suit and tie pictures. He did photography because he had a lot of pictures of him like holding his camera and taking other people pictures and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, he's into photography, something different. Suit and tie. Okay, I like what I see. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I end up writing him back. We start having conversation. And, you know, I just give in. Like I always say, I am open. Like I try to be open. You never know who you might meet. You never know. So I try to be like real open with the people. Try to, for the most part, give people a chance, right? So we write back for a couple times or whatever on Instagram, and he ends up FaceTiming me like on Instagram. So, you know, it came as a shocker because like I'm like, this the same day. Like, how you just gonna FaceTime me? You know, whatever. So he ends up FaceTiming me and I answer and I'm like, hey. And I was in a car and he was like,
oh my God, you actually do look like your pictures.
So I'm like, well dang, what you thought I was a little catfish? Like, what you mean?
No, sometimes these pages be fake. Sometimes people be catfishing. You just never know. I'm just so tired of dealing with bullshit. I just had to make sure.
So I'm like, okay. You know, I'm not mad at that. I could honestly respect that. So I'm like, oh, well, you do look like your pictures too.
Oh, so you look through my pictures, huh?
I'm like, well, yeah, you all in my DMs. You know, I just had to see what was going on. I had to see what you was looking like, you know.
All right, bad. Well, did you like what you see?
So I'm like, I'm not going to lie. I did like what I said. He was a little bit chunkier. But he had that good weight on him, y'all. Y'all know those, like, bigger dudes that just got, like, that belly on them. But they still, like, solid. Like, I don't know how to do... Like, who can I say? He was kind of giving, like, 50 Cent body. But his stomach was, like, a little bit bigger. So, like, he was still, like, solid with the arms. But he had, like, a bear belly. So, I was like, okay. And he was cute. So, I was like, all right. I'm not mad at it, right? So, I was like, yeah, you know, for the most part, I do like what I see. I see you into photography.
I just love taking pictures. Sometimes I go down by the water, take pictures of the water, get a couple pictures of nature. I love that shit.
I'm like, okay, bet. Like, I see that he seemed like real passionate about what he was doing, which I can always respect. I love people that are passionate into whatever they're doing. So I'm like, okay, bet. Like, I respect that. So he's like,
yeah, so what's up on that date that I asked you about? I didn't get an answer.
So, you know, I'm like, okay, cool. And, you know, normally before I go on a date, I might text somebody for like a few days first, like back to back, before I just automatically go on a date. But he wanted to go on a date the next day, y'all. Like, he literally was not wasting no time. He like,
are you free tomorrow?
And I was free. So I'm like, yeah, you know, what you want to do?
Well, let's go out to dinner.
Okay, cool. So he did something I wasn't used to. He's like,
all right, tell me what you like what kind of food you like.
So y'all know me. I'm a foodie, okay? So I'm not really picky. So I tell him, like, yeah, you know, I like steak, I like seafood, I like soul food, Mexican food. I like all types. Like, I'm giving him varieties because I'm not really picky when it comes to food. And for the most part, I will try stuff. That's why I like so many different types of food, because I'll at least get something to try before I just say, like, oh, I don't like it. So he's like,
okay, cool. Well, how about this? I'm going to send you an address to be at 8 o'clock tomorrow. You just come to the address.
So I'm like, okay, like, cool. He didn't want to tell me the restaurant yet, whatever. He like, I just sending you the address to it. If you know the restaurant, you know. If not, you're going to be surprised when you come. You better say that then, sir. Not you trying to surprise me already. So I wasn't really, like, scared to go on the date because we're going somewhere public. We're going somewhere open. So even though I didn't know this guy, we're going somewhere where, like, you know, if something go wrong, I'm at a restaurant. Like, and I can always leave, which I did. We don't talk about that yet. Oh, I always forget to give these boys a name. Okay, I just started talking. We're going to call him Rusty. Because he was... We're going to call him Rusty. Okay, so to fast forward... Well, it's not even much to fast forward. Because like I said, we went on a date the very next day. We're going on a date the next day, right? I go to the address. I pull up to the restaurant. Okay, it's a little steakhouse. I love me some steak and potatoes, y'all. It's a steakhouse. So... I'm dressed pretty casual, just like some like heel boots and a cute shirt and some jeans. Like nothing too dressed up, none of that, right? So I tell him like, yeah, I'm outside. He's like, what car are you in? I tell him the car. He come get me. So I'm like, hey, so I get out, y'all. Mind you, I'm in some heel boots, right? Nothing too high, just a little heel on the boot. He opens up my door for me. I get out the car. I stand all the way up. Me being 5'5". And I have on heels. I stand up. Imagine this me, y'all. So, where my lips is at is where his head was at. Let me repeat. So, this is how I look to him. Where I'm cut off at, this is where his head was at. Son, I'm trying to tell a story, baby. Okay? You want some dog food? I got to make this money to get you some food. You want the expensive food and everything because you got to stay healthy. You allergic to certain shit. I got to make this money to get your food. So I'm going to need you to calm down. Back to y'all. My bad. Sorry for the outburst. I'm right here. Okay? So like I said, his head is at my mouth. Let me repeat. His head is at my mouth. I got on heels. So I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have worn no heels, because, baby, I never asked you what your height was. But, okay, cool, whatever, because that don't matter. Whatever. He's short. I can look past that. I can look past that. I don't want to be shallow, so I'm not tripping about the height. Okay. So I'm like, oh, hey. Hugging him down here, right? Hey. So we hug and he's like,
oh, you're much taller than I thought.
And you're much shorter than I thought. Okay? So I'm not even that tall for a girl. I'm not even that tall, period. I'm 5'5". Like, so I'm like, okay, you know, let's go eat. So we go to the restaurant. Of course, he opened the door for me. You know, we sit down. We're chilling. And we were talking. Like, we were looking at the menu, but we were, like, talking to each other. Like, just getting to know each other. All the questions that you would normally ask when you first meet somebody through text message or something, we're asking in person. So we're talking and, you know, everything is good. So the waiter come over and they were like,
"Are you guys ready to order?"
Let me tell y'all. This dude looked at this waitress because she was a female. And he was like,
"Don't you see us still looking at the menu?"
"Oh, no. Not you being rude. Not you being rude." And I know to a lot of y'all, that's not a red flag. Y'all don't care. No. I do not like being at restaurants or out with people that is difficult and that is rude to the waitress or the waiter. No. No, ma'am. No, sir. So he did that. I was like, "Can you just give us a few more minutes, please? Thank you." What? And my phone on do not disturb. So yeah, I'm like, "Can you just give us a few more minutes, please? Thank you." So she leaves and I looked at him and I was like, "Dang, you know, that was kind of rude."
How is that rule? Normally they wait for us to put our menus down, then they come over here. Because if our menu's down, that means we're done looking at the menu.
My thing is, regardless if that's true or not, you could just say that you needed a couple more minutes. Like, you did not need to, like, literally get smart with her. She was just checking, like, what's the problem? So I'm like, okay. You know? I'm just sitting there like, okay. So I'm just looking through and I'm like, okay. So I already knew what I wanted. I want the little 7-ounce filet mignon, okay? With my loaded mash and some broccoli on the side. So I already knew what I wanted. So we're talking a little bit more and she comes back and you could tell she was a little bit like, are you guys ready yet? Like nervous or like skeptical to talk to us. And I didn't like that because let's be honest, I'm already, like, I don't like the stereotype that people already have about black people or African Americans. They already think we ain't go tip good. They already think we loud, we ghetto, we extra, or we rude. So I don't like even, like, going to restaurants and even giving them any reason to believe that stereotype is real. Even though at the end of the day, people gonna have their own opinions and I can't help every stereotype. I can't change nobody's mind. But my thing is, like, just don't give that energy off because there's no reason for you to be rude to her. Like, she's just doing her job. So she come and I'm like, "Yes, we are ready. Thank you." Like, I'm trying to be nice to her. She was like, "Okay." And I guess because I said something like, "Yes, we are ready. Thank you." She was like,
"Okay, well, I'll start with you. What would you like?"
Talking to me. Rusty interrupts and was like,
"You supposed to start with the man first and then you supposed to take her order."
"Oh. Yeah. If 2 + 2 = 4, then who the hell is he talking to?" I'm a little confused. So I'm looking at Rusty like, I mean, like, does it really matter who order she take first?
Well, I'm the man, so I'm supposed to go first.
Hell no. I don't like you. I don't like you. I can already see. I said, "Ma'am, you can go ahead and take his order, okay? Because we already gave her a bad taste, so I'm not going to cause no scene in front of baby girl. I'm going to let you order." He ordered his food, and he looks at me and was like,
"Now, what do you want? I'm going to order your food for you. Let me know what you want."
I don't know what it is with y'all dudes and wanting to order somebody food. But you don't even know. At least if that's what you want to do, can you at least run it by me first or something? Like, "Hey, I'm going to order your food. Is that okay?" Like, you don't just look at me and say, "Oh, what do you want now? I'm going to order it for you." Like, who is you talking to? I don't know what's wrong with y'all into thinking that y'all running something. But no, ma'am, not over here. But needless to say, I did tell him, like, steak, potatoes, broccoli, loaded, thank you. So I told him he orders my food. Waitress takes our order and she's like,
"Okay, that'll be up in a minute."
And she leaves and he's like,
"Now, where were we?"
Boy, don't sit up here and smile at me now. It's not all peaches and cream. No. I don't know who you be talking to. I don't know who you used to. But, like, your energy is starting to be off. What's up with the energy? So I go back to my conversation because I'm like, I'm at least gonna eat this meal because I was ready to go right then and there. Because y'all, it's just something about the vibe was off. I didn't like it, so I started to really like just go ahead and nip it in the bud there. But I'm like, whatever, I'm hungry. At least if not nothing, I'm gonna get my meal out of this. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay. So I'm just putting my smile on. I'm talking, and he's like,
You want something to drink, like alcohol wise?
So I'm like, yeah, I could do like a margarita or something, like, you know, something simple. So when she came back over to bring us like our pop orders, he's like,
We want to order 2 drinks. She wants a margarita, and I want
I forgot. I think he got a margarita too, or he got something, y'all. I don't know what he got. He got some drink or whatever. And I honestly think it was a margarita too. I'm not even gonna hold you, but whatever it was, he got a drink. She goes to get our drinks, our liquor drinks, and she comes back, she brings it to us. So, you know, I'm stirring mine around, I'm drinking it, and I'm like, ooh, it's strong. Like, you know, it was strong. So I'm like, ooh, it's good. He literally takes a sip of his drink, and he was like,
waitress, come here.
so she's rushing over, like, you know, what's going on.
What kind of liquor did you put in here?
So, you know, normally, most times, they'll use, like, Kettle One or, like, the real bottom shelf cheap liquor. You know, like, nothing major. So, she said whatever name of, like, some, like, bottom shelf liquor. I don't even know the name because I don't even drink that liquor, but whatever. She says that name.
You gave me that? No, do I look like I drink that? Where is the top shelf liquor? Why wouldn't you put top shelf liquor in my drink?
Y'all, oh, it's time to go. When I tell you this man was so entitled and so fucking rude, I'm looking at him like, well, I butted in because I'm like, well, you didn't ask for top shelf liquor. Because most of the time, if you don't ask for top shelf, they're not going to give you top shelf. They're going to give you whatever they normally put in the drinks. So sometimes if you want Patron or you want something else, you have to ask for like the top shelf liquor. You didn't ask for that. So when I said that, he said,
No. I'm not talking to you.